I've been putting this long-term report off for quite some time, but here I am. I think it's been at least 8 or 9 months since I first reviewed these. And what's a nice thing about this set of headphones is that it is from the one and only Ricky KEJ himself. So he, of course, is a 3-time award-winning a Grammy winner. So this set of headphones, I did go into it expecting quite a lot. So my in-depth review went live a while ago. I will leave it down in the description if you do want to have a look at it. My thoughts and opinions on it are much the same, especially on a sound front. But the good news is, despite this company being as fresh as it is, it's not over a year old just yet, but they've already been listening to their customers. In fact, there is already a version 2 available. So you can buy the version 1 as well as the version 2. And what are the main differences between these two? Well, for one, they have improved on the build quality. Now, there was no real reason to up the level of its overall build quality. They have worked on some of the hinges and overall material, which is nice to see. And over and above that, they have also included a USB Type-C charging. So a lot of people who didn't like the micro USB charging point, well, KEJ did listen to you and they have upgraded this set of headphones and given you version 2. So you can still buy the two separate variants, and also they are slightly differently priced. So how is the version 1 fared with me after all this time? So overall, on a build front, I'd say it's been pretty good since day one. It's definitely more premium looking and feeling than the price segment it sits in. So it's got very nice soft cushions on the ear cups. Even the headband is very nice and soft on the head. Where some people might find a bit of an issue is that these ear pads in particular will not breathe in hot conditions. So if you're in an aircraft or a car with air conditioning, or a bus or a train with air conditioning, you should be perfectly fine. But if you happen to stay in a place that's very humid and very hot, your ears are also going to get hot and sweaty, which is expected from this kind of finish. I love that it doesn't have touch controls, because the tactile buttons are more interactive. You can feel them, you can hear them, and they're more responsive, because touch controls can sometimes have some issues. And I also like that it also has a dedicated ANC on and off button, which is a very nice touch. But overall, on a build front, it still does look very good. It still does look new. Now, full disclosure over here, I haven't been using these as a daily driver. I go to them once in a while just to handle them and use them, or I give them to somebody to use, be it a friend or my wife to use within the house, or if they want to take it out and use it on walks. So it doesn't have very much wear and tear on it, but it has been used. So its overall build has held up reasonably well. And if you have a set of headphones like this, you have to look after them, because every time you use them, if there is sweat on them, it's worthwhile wiping them down and putting them back in the case, because you do not want to store them in a damp and humid environment. And thankfully, of course, KEJ has provided a very nice and premium looking case with this. It is a fabric finish, it's beautifully made, and it does have space for the other accessories provided, like a charging cable and an auxiliary cable, and it also does come with a soft carry pouch as well, in case you want to compress your headphones a little bit tighter and put them into your backpack. On a feature front, it doesn't have much going for it. It does come with Bluetooth version 5.0. So sure, it's not version 5.3, but its connectivity is pretty good. I haven't had any choppy audio experiences with it. No doubt, if you go beyond 30 feet, you will get your audio getting chopped, which is expected. So if you are sitting next to your laptop or your phone, it should be more than good enough. Now, on a battery front, it does have about 20 hours of playback time, which is what is claimed. But if you are listening to your music above 50% with ANC on all the time, it will be reduced. It will not be the full 20 hours, which can be expected to. It'll be down to about 15 hours or 16 hours. But at the same time, that is more than enough time to fly cross country. On a sound front, don't expect anything too big. These are not the biggest sounding set of headphones. They are not bass heavy. They are not bass enthusiastic. This is more of a balanced approach, I'd say, overall. So you don't go into this expecting very large sound, because after all, the tuning that they've chosen for this is to be more balanced and more level, so you can enjoy your bits of music in an easier form, and nothing is too accentuated or exaggerated for you to get distracted from all of your music. Now, on an imaging front, it's not exactly the best detailer out there. It's not very good at detail recovery. I myself do find there to be a veil when I'm listening to a lot of my music, but then again, that could also be because this only broadcasts in SPC and AAC codecs. There is no high-res codec available in this. So it could be a limitation of the codec, it could be a limitation of the driver as well. So very evidently, this is not catered toward an audiophile. Anyway, an audiophile is literally maybe 1% or less than that of the entire population. So if you are an audiophile yourself and you're looking for extremely detailed headphones, these aren't the ones for you. If you're looking for something that's extremely bass heavy as well, these aren't the ones for you. But I do see a lot of people appreciating this because it does play music in a very easy manner. That specific genre of instrumental music which is easy to play, there's not too much going on, it carries relatively well. So I can see a lot of people actually enjoying this set of headphones, especially if you want to buy into the whole it's been done by Ricky Cage, who's a fellow Indian. So on that front, I'd say it is a nice set of headphones and you can consider buying into this. If you plan on making any calls with this set of headphones, I do have a call demo in my in-depth review which is linked below. So if you do want to hear and see how your voice would carry over to your recipient, you can check out the call chapter demo within that video itself. But overall, I'd say it's pretty awesome that this company has even been listening to a lot of its customers and upgrading this set of headphones. So the fact that you can buy two different kinds of AV900s is pretty impressive, the version 1 and the 2. Of course, keep in mind the main differences are the micro USB and the USB-C charging point. So it's really great to see this brand be able to actually make this available to the public after listening to them. So it only says good things about the brand. The fact that they listen to their customers only reinforces the fact that they're most likely really listening to them in case they do have problems or whenever you do need help. So to me, that does give a lot of confidence. And I think if you are worried about the long-term use of these headphones, this should answer you immediately, because as far as I know, they are very interactive with their customers. So on a pricing front, I'll leave both version 1 and version 2 prices over here for you to check out, because these are available on Amazon, of course, as version 1 and 2, and there is a slight price difference. Now, there is a significant discount on the MRP, of course, so it's worthwhile keeping in mind what differences you want between both headphones before you decide to make it yours. But one thing is absolutely certain, the overall build is absolutely terrific. They are up there when it comes to the build. The sound, personally, I am kind of on the fence with it, but I think a lot of people will appreciate it because I don't like veiled sounding things. I like a lot of detail in the music I listen to when it comes to high resolution audio, of course, but I think a lot of people aren't like that. So of course, if you can get your hands on them to demo them, there's nothing like it. But of course, if you do want to ask me any questions about the AV900, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And of course, remember to check out my in-depth review in the description below if you are interested in knowing a little more about these headphones. So I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and I do hope that it helped you make some sort of purchase decision. If you would like to support the channel, I'm sure you know exactly how to. But of course, thank you for tuning into Paul's POV for some sound advice.